everyone, and welcome back as always.
Hi.
We're back again, and we are going to be watching Star Trek. I believe this came out in 2009. I was cracking up because they're blind to it. I've seen bits and pieces of it a long time ago, and I love doing the channel because now we're actually sitting here and really focusing on what we're watching, so it's pretty cool. You really get into it, and then we have surround sound with our earbuds. I was laughing because they usually don't know what we're going to watch, and I do tell you guys sometimes, but sometimes it's like last minute when we have a moment to get together where I'm like, okay, and I just try to scramble and go like, okay, let's watch this, you know? So they didn't know we were going to watch Star Trek, and Kim's reaction was priceless because when she was a lot younger, our older brother was really, he still is, really big into Star Trek, and she saw a lot of the original, I guess, or saw bits and pieces of the original. Yeah, so she was like, "Oh no, we're watching Star Trek," and I'm like, "Well, there's a 2009."
She used to give me quizzes on parts of the USS Enterprise.
Are you kidding?
It's like a teacher. Now this is
well, he loves it, yeah. And our twin brother, like he is really into Star Trek as well. So both those brothers, yeah. So I was cracking up at that because I know bits and pieces of the old Star Trek. I never sat and watched it. I saw some of the one with Patrick Stewart as Picard, I guess, because Tom and Freddie used to watch it. Right. So it would be on when we all used to live together, and I'm like, you know, and I always liked Patrick Stewart, so I always liked him, like, his voice was always very commanding and very awesome. You know, I was up hearing him. Not that I sound anything like him. Oh, I love him as Xavier, yeah. But that's all that I really know of it, and I never really sat to watch it. So, yeah, I am excited we're going to get into this.
It's 10 years old already.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Time flies. Where does time go? It's so crazy.
Wait.
I know.
When you get older, it goes really zip.
Mm-hmm. So you guys know Spock.
Yes.
You know Kirk.
Yes.
And right. I'll leave it as that. And then we'll just figure it out as we go.
Okay.
I know, it looks so evil.
Scary evil.
So sharp.
Ooh, you're screwed.
Oh my God.
Ooh, sucked down.
You're captain now, Mr. Kirk.
No.
Oh, is that how it becomes Captain Kirk? You asked the wrong question.
Do you know the location of Ambassador Spock?
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Terminate it.
I'm not gonna be there. No. This is the only way you'll survive.
Please don't the ship. You have to be here.
The shuttles will never make it if I don't fight them off.
Sure.
Wow, he's so brave. He can hear the baby.
James T. Kirk.
That's right. That's right.
What's that?
Very brave. Mm-hmm. Gamora, yes.
It's Uhura.
Uhura.
Yes, okay.
And while you were well aware that my unqualified desire is to serve on the USS Enterprise, I'm assigned to the Farragut?
It was an attempt to avoid the appearance of favoritism.
No, I'm assigned to the Enterprise.
Yes, I believe you are.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Doing you a favor.
I'm Hikaru Sulu.
And you are a
Yeah,
pilot, right?
Very much so, sir.
Okay.
They have just like the old one.
Yeah.
Fine. Check off.
Check
probably.
off.
Get
Remember
shipwide mission
check off?
broadcast.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Happy to.
Good God, man.
What?
Good God, man.
Jeez. Yeah.
Wow.
Reaction vaccine, damn it.
Oh my God, look at
Flying into a trap. Damn it, Jim, stand still.
Damn it, Jim.
Oh my God, what's wrong with your hands?
Sir, I'm not sure I can distinguish the Romulan language from Vulcan.
What about you? You speak
Give it to
Romulan,
her.
cadet?
Uhura, all three dialects, sir.
All those ships destroyed.
Yeah.
You will man a shuttle. Come aboard the Narada for negotiations.
You know how that worked out with George.
God.
A V team is entering the atmosphere, sir.
Won't they burn up?
Oh, my.
Ooh, don't get hit by anything.
Ow.
Oh.
Oh, he's burnt up. Nice.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
What? He knew that. That's good. Nice. He's ticked off. Bye. Push him.
They're creating a singularity that will consume the planet.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
Oh
Sulu.
my goodness. Oh my god.
Sulu.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
So disoriented.
Tailspin. Probably beamed up.
Come on.
Come on. Oh,
Last second.
oh good.
Jeez.
Oh. Come on, come on.
I'm losing her! I'm losing her! I'm losing her!
Get everybody else. Oh my god.
Nero, who has destroyed my home planet and most of its 6 billion inhabitants.
Wow.
I am now a member of an endangered species.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I need everyone to continue performing admirably. Christopher Pike, Captain USS Enterprise.
As you wish.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gross.
Oh, and whoops, something's coming.
Doggy.
Oh boy. Oh,
Oh,
look
big
at those.
spiky
Oh,
thing. Holy
God.
crap. Oh, something else ate
How
it.
lucky.
Like a
Oh, something
whale
got
or
him.
something. Oh, looks like Stranger Things. Oh, yeah, sure, go in the cave. Oh, he's sucking him up.
Like, ooh, gross.
Oh, someone
no
else
one-
is there?
I
Hey!
thought there was somebody behind him.
Hey, it's the real
Oh
Spock!
my god.
Leonard.
Kirk.
Oh my goodness.
6 months I've been here, living off starchy protein nibs in the front
Scotty.
of a meal, and I know exactly what's going on here. Okay? Punishment, isn't it?
Live long and prosper.
Oh, his little chin was shaking.
You feel nothing! It must not even compute for you. You never loved her.
What? Now he's feeling.
Stop him.
Spock!
Oh, stop.
I like this ship.
That's exciting.
Oh.
Hey.
Wow.
That's awkward. He's like, what?
I'll be monitoring your frequency.
Said her first name.
Uh-oh. Watch out. Oh! He did get his back. Nice.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. That's right.
Hello.
Nero, order your men to disable the drill or I will...
Oh, crap! God darn it.
Nice. Good. Fix that.
Nice.
Where do they have railings?
Whose feet are going to step on him again? Oh,
Oh,
shit.
yeah, naturally.
Oh, God.
Oh, see.
Punch him.
I got your gun.
Yay!
Ah. Maximum effort.
Watch out!
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Thanks.
Oh. Okay,
Nice,
nice.
Johnny.
Nice.
I've never beaten 3 people from 2 targets onto 1 card before.
Your ship is compromised. Too close to the singularity to survive without assistance, which we are willing to provide.
Not this time.
I would rather suffer the end of Romulus. I would rather die in agony than accept assistance from you.
You got it.
Die
Phases
in
fire
agony
everything
then.
we've got.
I love this music.
Yeah, me too.
Singing.
A little close.
No.
Oh boy.
He's got, is it good enough? What else you got?
Okay, if we eject the core and detonate.
Oh
My God.
Yay!
Yay.
Woo!
No, just a little simple nod.
Oh shoot!
I am not our father. He inferred that universe-ending paradoxes would ensue should he break his promise.
You lied.
I implied
A gamble.
an act of faith. Good luck.
Your father would be proud.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thrusters on full.
Maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines at your command, sir.
Buckle up.
Buckle up! I think he slapped him.
Get down!
I got the spread.
As you have yet to select a first officer,
Hear
respectfully,
it?
I would like to submit my candidacy.
Space. The final frontier. To boldly go where no one has gone before.
Yay! J.J. Abrams. Cool.
Live long and prosper.
Yes, live long and prosper.
I
The
cannot.
music.
Hold on, I can-
Oh, that was good. So we'll let it roll because I don't know if there's a cutscene.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
think there is. But so, what do you guys think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I really did. I like the old references from the communicator to
That's
the
right, my goodness.
beam me up. The beam was different.
Was
It
it?
was a
That was-
swirl.
yeah.
Whereas it used to be like rays going
That's
up and
right,
down.
that.
Oh, really? See, that's right.
And it would take like
actually know
20
something,
seconds
like-
to actually beam someone.
Oh my
waiting
god!
for
I
it
was
to
like,
go,
You know,
yeah.
you know something nerdy that I don't know. I love that. Yeah, this was actually a lot of fun because I did see this before when it first came out, and there was a lot of things I didn't remember. I started freaking out because I didn't remember like certain. I don't know. I was like, oh my god,
The
this totally
phasers.
forgot. Yeah, that was cool. So it was very nostalgic, and there were a lot of like cool sound effects. Because again, I don't know much about Star Trek. 2 of our brothers are still really into it, but they were watching it when we were growing up, and I know some references, and I know some of the characters. Of course, Spock, I know. Kirk, I know. And, yes, Bones is awesome. Like he's so in Scotty, yeah. Just how dramatic Bones is, you know. And it's just so funny. Yeah, and then Winona Ryder. We're seeing all the credits right now.
That's right,
and,
Joyce.
She's Joyce from Stranger Things that we've seen on the channel. We also saw Zoe Saldana here, and she played Gamora and Neytiri.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, Thor. We had Thor in the
Thor.
beginning.
Thor.
He's really young in this, so it's like, oh,
He was a baby.
Yeah, he was James Kirk's dad. So of course this is an alternate universe, so they completely changed all the episodes and stuff that happened in the past, you know, to make their own future. So that way you don't really know if someone can die, you know, because we don't know their future.
Right,
at
and the
this point.
Romulans, we remember Romulans and the Vulcans from
Oh, you
the
do?
old-
Yeah, nice.
they were common foes.
Yeah, they have a lot of like crazy type like aliens in this, and they have a lot of ones that look like humans too. So, and it's interesting how the Romulans look so much like Vulcans, but like they said, they have like a common ancestry, you know. Thing
Yeah,
going
like
on.
the old one, they had much different foreheads. They had more of an alien.
extension.
Oh, really?
Kind of people, like a little hairier.
Oh yeah,
they were different.
Yeah.
Than these
see, I don't
guys.
even know.
Yeah, the
and
forehead
you're not thinking of the
really
Klingon, right? Because I know Klingons.
Klingons
was more
are different.
Okay.
Oh,
see,
yeah,
I don't know.
Klingons. Klingons were different too.
Yeah, we didn't see any Klingons in
been a
this.
very long time.
I know Worf. I know. Well, I'm from not this one though. That's from the other.
Yeah, I don't know
Stewart,
that
that's the
center one.
But yeah, so I think this movie was fun. I know that our brothers didn't really care for it because they messed up a lot of stuff, I guess, and a lot of the things with the bad guy they didn't really care for. I think even the special effects with them in space and everything's so quiet that. But I think they really did show that well because there were certain times where they didn't. It was quiet, but it's a movie, so they add some special effects, so you're more drawn into it, kind of thing. But
and the real bad guy, I mean, he did more fighting with his fist and really actually fighting than...
Yeah.
There's many times where he could have killed Kirk and even Pike. I mean, does he still have that bug in his mouth?
I know, because I was thinking about that, because it goes through his mouth and then it attaches to his brainstem, so it has to go up and over. I'm like, you can drill in there, and I'm like, ew.
Well, at least it must have
gross.
physically damaged him. He's in a wheelchair now.
Yeah, so maybe he has to permanently stay there, and maybe he killed it or something. Just has to stay. Ooh, gross. But yeah, I'm glad they saved him at the end. But yeah, the bad guy, like, he was the bad Romulan, the main guy.
Yeah.
Like, he was crazy, and he was so dramatic. Like, he was a good bad guy, but he was like so dramatic that it was kind of funny at times.
Yeah,
and so obsessive about. I get that his family died, like that's really sad, and his whole planet died. But for 25 years, like I was like really to dwell on it, be like, I'm just going to wait here because I don't know when you're going to come through that hole. But
that's right.
I
I'm
would
going to have all
over time
this.
that I missed it or something, or maybe he came through because I'm sure like we wouldn't know what it would look like when Spock actually came through that black hole. So. You could have missed it at one point. Like, oh crap! 25 years later, I'd be like, nah, I think it's a lost cause at this point.
Exactly.
But I get that he did say quickly that he was going to save his planet or something before the supernova went off. I think he said. So I was like, okay. So at this point, he's just crazy. He's still going to save his planet, but he's just done with the Federation because they betrayed him. So I'm like, okay, well that does make sense to a certain extent, but still, like to do that was a little.
And then to keep Spock. Just to watch his own...
That was heartbreaking,
planet die, crash.
Yeah, like for it to implode on itself. Yeah, that was insane. And that was sad. So he wanted to keep him alive because he really wanted him to see it. But for him to get that angry, to really take it out so much on Spock, yet still be able to save the Romulan planet going back in the past like that, I'm kind of like, wow, he's really like crazy. But I guess you need to have some kind of motivation, right? But that was sad. I mean, because in the original Star Trek, Vulcan, of course, was there, and his parents and everyone there was fine. So now to have Spock as a endangered species is pretty crazy.
Right.
Thank God he has himself. Yeah. That was really sad, and that really made him more human, because then, because he was trying to be more Vulcan. And to actually hide those emotions, and how his dad could hide it, but that's just their race, their culture, that they are really good at holding back and not having that
right, and
side,
just being logical, not being
emotional.
Not
that they're human, you know what I mean? It was cool to see a more emotional response in this through Spock.
Yes, especially through Uhura. I didn't realize they were having that relationship.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I heard rumors because
that's news to me.
I heard rumors that she was very interested at some points with Spock, but Spock was always just very removed, that he would never go farther than that or something, or they always joked or hinted towards that in the old series. That's what I've heard, but they decided, hey, it's an alternate universe, and I kind of like that. But you were saying before that Kirk and her had some kind of...
there was one episode where they were... Remember that? I don't know. There was one episode that they kissed, and it was like
really?
the first kiss.
Yeah.
Kirk in this one was flirting with her a lot in the beginning, wanting to know her first name. They actually did say her first name, and I still didn't catch it the way he was saying it. I'm like, oh, she has like a pretty name, and I just totally...
something...
Yeah, I don't know, but I really do love Zoe Saldana so much. Like, she is awesome, and of course, like we said, she's Gamora and Natiri from what we know. And it's cool to actually see her face in this, because we always see her in crazy like makeup. It's cool to actually see who she is. She's beautiful. I love her. Yeah, I mean, a lot of great people in this. I like Chris Pine. He's the main guy, Kirk, in this. This is the first movie we've seen him in.
Okay.
Yeah, so
he was in others.
Yeah, I think it was very good, though.
It was good.
I love Chekhov. I love that spunky young
kid.
kid.
Bring him up.
And Scotty, I love Scotty.
Scotty was awesome. Great. Yeah, Scotty is hilarious, and he's also from a lot of movies that you haven't seen, so there's no references there. But like Shaun of the Dead, stuff like that. I would love to see that with you guys at some point. But that might be a little scary to you guys. But it's like humorous. It's about zombies and whatnot. But it's pretty funny. But with Chekhov, the actor who plays Chekhov, there's a really sad story with him in real life.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if he's actually 17 in this, because his character mentioned he was 17.
Yes.
He actually died. Yeah, it was sad. Like, he was trying to fix something on his car or Jeep or something, and he was by himself, and something happened where the Jeep rolled and pinned him against something.
No.
Yeah, it was horrible, and no one found him till later, so he actually died like that. So it was probably a horrible death. And poor guy. So the whole time I'm trying not to break the mood of the movie, but I was just, my heart broke. I'm like, oh, the poor guy, you know, it's just a horrible thing.
Oh, he's so talented.
I know. So I don't know, because again, there is a second movie, so I don't know if he's in that one or not, but I feel bad about that, you know.
And I like Sulu, too.
Sulu, yeah, I like Sulu too. He was really cool.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, he sure is, yeah.
He was a really good fighter. And I was joking because I didn't remember when he said something about fencing, that he knew how to do hand-to-hand combat through fencing. I was like, well, is he going to have some kind of like fencing sword or something? Like,
No, but he
had that cool folding one.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool idea.
The other guy had another one.
Of course, it was perfect. You have to have like an equal battle, right? You have to. But it was fun how it went up like boop, 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 look at all these hinges. And I'm like, oh crap, hopefully like you're putting a lot of trust into that sword. I know it's future technology, but you have to make sure all the hinges are like really strong. It won't like, you know, like be straight up and go and bend back or something. Like, oh crap, that didn't work in my favor at all.
That's right.
Sorry guys, so the camera died. This time it wasn't the battery, it was just because I let it run for over almost a half hour and it pauses on its own after a half hour. But we did, just to recap, just in case the camera didn't catch it, we were talking about Chekhov's actor, which was really sad because he passed, and I explained to them how he died and was really sad. And then with Leonard Nimoy too. Oh no, I know that was so terrible. Sorry to rush through that, I shouldn't, but we did talk about it a lot. And it was really horrible. And even with Leonard Nimoy, I think he died peacefully, but he was an amazing actor too. That was...
Oh yeah, he was great. Did a lot of narrating for documentaries too.
Yeah, and just thinking narrating, like he even did the recap at the end, which I know was like the normal saying, right, in Star Trek. So I thought that was kind of cool that he did that, because Kim was even like mumbling it, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
I remember that.
We're repeating, not mumbling, but repeating it. I was like, oh, that's so cool that you know. So I'm glad that you could actually, like, you actually did know a lot about this. I was also saying that I really like Zoe Saldana, and she's amazing in this. That's right. And I love Spock's character, too, and just him actually showing emotion and being, you know, half human is very interesting. So I guess that was from the original, too, I'm assuming. I don't think they would change that up. So he's always been half human, right?
Yes, he was always half human,
yeah. So that always is like a fun thing to mess around with, and for him to have a girlfriend now is pretty cool. Yeah.
It was almost like, it's almost like she wanted him even more because he was so restraining. And
I know, so it's kind of like, interesting, because she is such a great actress too, and
she wants to be,
and she's so like good with her emotions and stuff. So to have her so emotional and expressive, and him so like stoic and like trying to refrain from anything, it's just like interesting to see that dynamic, you know. And I love the captains in this, because all the captains they showed in this really do care and really love their crew, and they have duty, and they're just really brave and good at what they do, you know. And I know we're all human, but sometimes you think like in any kind of dire situation that you might try to pass the buck. You never know, and it's just cool to see that pure
It was funny.
honor.
It was funny though when almost like even Sulu took someone else's role.
Yeah.
Uhura took someone else's.
Yeah, I relieve you. I relieve you.
Everyone was promoted. Okay, you're.
I know, it's like, oh, this is awkward again.
Like
sorry,
like
kind of suck, and I know more than you, or just whatever. You
okay,
know?
you take over.
Yeah, that was interesting to see that. And even Uhura, she was like, Uhura. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong, but I heard like two different ways to say it on here. But and I like that little alien guy that was with Scotty.
Oh,
he had this little like
really
things in his eyes, and even like eyes. So like I don't know how he really sees or anything, but it was kind of neat. Poor guy was like comedic relief, just comedy, because like he didn't really say anything.
And he was great with Scotty.
Yeah, he's like, you just need a bean. That's all you need. It's like that much. So and also with Scotty, like learning how to warp people.
Yeah, he was so excited.
He
beamed two people from two different areas.
Working with warp speed too. Like that's crazy. So I know that they are paying a lot of homage to the original. So when they talk and joke about certain things, like automatically I knew like, okay, this had to do something, like referring back to the old TV show. And I think they made movies too. I think Freddie and Tom used to watch those at some point, like the old Star Trek. So many things to watch, guys.
Even the transporters, they look like the original, the ones that when they originally had to leave.
Yeah.
When his dad died, those original transporter things, they look the same.
Oh, do they really?
Because I remember Freddie had a play one. Remember?
Oh, how cool
like
is
a little
that?
model. I think he did the model.
And I like the guns too, the phasers, because like right
phasers
when
are great. The
Kirk
blue
flipped
was
it.
Yeah, I remember Freddie made
and
a
the red was
phaser.
Kill.
Yeah, because because I used to hear like the different references they used to say or quotes, and they would be like set the phaser to stun or set the phaser to kill. So right when Kirk flipped it to red, I was like, hey, that's a kill, right? So I like that. And I've always heard references, because Lee also knows some stuff about Star Trek. She said that anyone who wears red usually used to die in the old series.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and everyone had different, like, Lieutenant would have a different, like that
uniform. Goldy yellow color.
Gold
blue
is the captain, and then blue is...
like second rate or something.
Yeah.
A commander or something. Yeah. And the red, like when we saw the initial 3, when Kirk, Sulu, and the other guy jumped out, remember, to go after that whole thing, like, you know, he got burned up. And no offense to him, not to laugh, because that was horrible, but he was wearing red. So he was the only one wearing red.
That's right.
So that was kind of funny, because immediately I was like, oh yeah, like he's going to die, but I didn't want to say it right there. Yeah, so anyone who wore red in the past, you were screwed. So you never wanted to wear red. Oh God, sorry, Mom. No, that's not you.
Yes.
I was going to give you this to like cover you up. Like, oh no, it's still red. And I have some red on too.
Oh my God.
I'm all confused. I have blue and red.
Is that going to happen to me today?
No, you're good. I really wanted to see some Klingons in this one, but I know the Romulans,
they were just bad.
Yeah. So hopefully they can still save the Romulus planet and everything will be okay now that they're destroyed. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. It's amazing with time jumps, because you can pretty much manipulate any story that you want.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Spock was in 2 places at once, in 2 different ages at once.
Yeah, so please let us know what you think of this movie, what you debate, like what you liked, what you didn't like, especially if you're an old Star Trek fan. Live long and prosper.
That's right, live long and prosper.
I'm so happy we watched this. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Bye!
Bye, guys! It was
These
awesome.
old fingers don't want to do it. I want them to go this way.